Alrighty, this will be the People News, okay? Not attorney, not giving legal advice, okay? Anything I say or do, it's just opinion, educational purposes only. Alright, to cover my butt. Since somewhere or another, I filled out a contract with bar members, and I'm not allowed to give you guys legal advice, okay? Blame them, not me. Never look straight forward, always look around you. Be able to protect yourself by any means necessary, people. Keep yourself armed with knowledge. Okay? Use the Second Amendment, armed with knowledge. All right, let's go.
Jackson, writing for the Three Liberals, says allowing every new commercial entity to bring fresh facial challenges to long existing regulations is profoundly destabilizing for both government and business. She adds this, looping in the Chevron ruling. The tsunami of lawsuits against agencies that the court's holdings in this case and Loper Bright have authorized has the potential to devastate the functioning of the federal government, unquote. And Kim, again, I don't have a lot of sympathy for that view, because if regulators are doing their job well and staying within the bounds of the delegations that Congress has given them, staying within the bounds of the law, then they shouldn't have any problem if new businesses are allowed to sue, because they should be able to win those cases.
Well, not only that.
Let's stop right there, right? What did I say on my last video, right? They keep using these things as business arguing these cases, okay? That's a citizen nexus attached, okay? But when these business, whatever rulers they use, the administrative is still passing it on to we the people under the 14th Amendment of what? Come on, y'all. Think about it. What's the 4th Amendment say? Subject to. Okay? In fact, if you look at read the Constitution, I'm led to believe the 11th or maybe 12th Amendment was the last time people was brought up. After that, it doesn't exist. It may only been up to the 10th one, but with the people in it, it was 11th or 10th, or 11th or 12th, I believe. Okay? It's been a while since I read it, but I noticed the keyword people was no longer in it after that. All right? Do your own research. Okay, I'm here to say, not giving legal advice, educational purpose only.
But the argument presupposes that we have stability now, and we just finished going through why, especially with Chevron, you have a constantly shifting environment of regulations and rules and interpretations of them because of changes in the bureaucracy and administration and direction, instead of having the law provide clarity. Now, the other reason that this is not a very powerful argument, the suggestion from the dissent that Corner Post is now going to set off this tsunami of lawsuits, that also forgets that companies, even newer ones, they can challenge the rule if an enforcement action is brought against them. So they still have a bite at the apple even past that 6 years. It's just that they would have to wait to get slapped about. Now there are going to be some companies that move more proactively, but in doing so will elicit, and this is the idea behind all of this, clarity in the law and a kind of final say, and solve some of these issues. And this is also just, again, one of the things that's frustrating about these dissents is they spend so much time talking about the supposed pragmatic consequences of this, when not stopping to think about the rights and the liberties that are being afforded by a change in the direction we're going. That is the entire point of the law, to safeguard liberty and to provide for a limited government and the rights of the people and the citizens and corporations. And we should be celebrating laws that do that, even if it might require a little bit of upheaval in the short term to help right previous wrongs.
All right. There you go. I'm glad this one is short and sweet. Remember, if you ask just about everybody, right, that's actually studied the law and everything else in the Constitution, that's real immersed in the Constitution, 90% of the laws are unconstitutional. Why is it unconstitutional? Because Congress, without our consent, Congress. We did not dedicate them to do this. Is to create administrative branch. All right. And I'm led to believe back in 1945 when they did create this, maybe off on my numbers. Some of you guys tell me what year, right? But after 1933 filed bankruptcy, when the United States became a corporation, I'm led to believe it was really intended to government to have a little bit more say with the corporation, with the citizen nexus attached to one another. Okay? But over a period of time, they just kept taking our rights away and put us in this form of administrative. Okay? And how hard to even for just regular people to get into the Supreme Court and says, how does this apply to the people? Not to the legal person, but we the people. How does this apply? How does this apply to the man or woman? Right? Because look it up for Google. And by the way, if you do, the legal person, individual, is attachment to still commerce, business, trust, all that. Right? It's attached to it. It's under the umbrella of meaning of one like kind. Okay? One like kind. Dog is separate from cats. Cats are separate from fish. Man is separate from person. Okay? People is separate from person within the guidelines of the man. Man have natural rights. People have political power to instruct our government officials and not be subjects. And then you got the legal person subject to. This is the reason why First Amendment auditors go in there and they say they're citizens, but which citizens are they, right? Is it the capital C of the people citizen, or is it the lower C of what? Subjects. Okay? That's grammar. Just for some of y'all who didn't know that. All right? We got to be careful with the words. Trickery of words is always what they use. Okay? Always. And again, that would be unconstitutional by the intent of our founding fathers saying that any laws that must be passed must be easily read by the average man and understood. Okay? Thou shalt not kill. Easily understood. Positive law. Thou shalt not covet another man's wife. Easily understood. People do it all the time, but it's understood. Simple. We understand the simple things, but to make it way out of control. All right. This is Diesel with People News. Till next time, y'all. Bye.